Richard unfortunately couldn't be here with his camera because he had to work. That's a big bug. So I'm just going to be filming this on my phone here, and we're going to have to make do with what we got. So here's the exhaust. It's straight off eBay, just a 3-inch Catback exhaust for the Legacy GT. It's 3-inch all the way back to the mufflers, where it drops down to 2.5-inch, goes into the mufflers, and then it comes out a 4-inch tip on each side. So the way I'm going to go about doing this is I'm going to bolt the this mid pipe here to the split Y pipe right there. I'm going to bolt those two together, and then I'm going to go underneath the car and I'm going to unbolt the stock Catback from the downpipe right there, and then the one hanger holding the exhaust on, because I did that Haggard Rice muffler delete, so you can obviously see my two exhaust pipes right there. There's only just that one hanger right up there. You can't really see it too well, but right there, that's the only hanger holding on the Catback at the moment. So we're just going to unbolt that, drop that hanger, and the Catback will come off. And then I'm going to take these two pipes, the Y pipe and this mid pipe, if you want to call it that, as they're bolted together. I'm just going to take that, bolt that to the down pipe, and from there, once this whole section of pipes right here on the car, I'm going to take the mufflers, hang them on their respective hangers underneath the car, and then I'm going to bolt the mufflers to the Y pipe. So let's get to it. I'm not going to be able to show you too much what I have to do underneath the car, just because I can't hold my phone and film what I'm doing at the same time. But you know, like I said, there's just two bolts right there that join the Catback to the downpipe. I already have an aftermarket downpipe, so that's why that's stainless steel, and then it goes into my disgusting stock Catback. But yeah, just two bolts. I believe they're, in my case, they're a 19 millimeter on each side. So yeah, I'm just gonna take that off and take the stock Catback out. Alright guys, so here's the stock Catback that I got unbolted. As you can see, it's very crusty, rusty, and nasty. This is the end that joins up to the downpipe, and these are the ends where the muffler would be, or the mufflers would be if I had them. And this was the Haggard ass hanger that I just had temporarily to get this thing to stay on the car. So out with the old and in with the new. So here I have the Y pipe bolted to this mid pipe, and that end's going to be bolted to the down pipe, so I'm going to do that now. Alright guys, so I just finished bolting up the exhaust. I forgot how big of a pain in the ass it is to do this without a lift. I'm used to having a lift at school because I'm spoiled. Anyway, here's the finished product. You can see there, it's bolted up to the down pipe, goes to the Y pipe, and then to the mufflers. Quick note, this pipe right here that goes between the down pipe and the Y pipe, it can be bolted on backwards. Not easily, but it can be. And I did that the first time I went to put it in, and I'm like, why is this so hard to get on? Yeah, because on both sides of this you have two bolt flanges, so it's easy to mix up which side goes where. So just make sure when you're under the car putting the exhaust on, you line that pipe up the way it's supposed to go, because one flange is supposed to be towards the downpipe and one flange is supposed to be towards the mufflers, and you'll figure it out when you look at it. So this Catback cost me $236 shipped to my door. I haven't heard what it sounded like yet either. I'm about to start it, but I am honestly very, very disappointed in the fitment. The mufflers were extremely difficult to bolt on. Once I finally did get them bolted on, the fitment on them is just terrible. It's kind of hard to tell on video, but they're not at all sitting up in this cutout for the mufflers. This one in particular, you can see how it's lopsided like that. It's also not in the right spot in the cutout. And come back here, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. You could especially see that that muffler's lopsided, and that one's kind of lopsided too, but not as much. But they're both just not in the right spot where they should be, and there's nothing I could do about it. They're pretty much solid where they are. I could probably bend them if I wanted to, but that would risk breaking, like either breaking the welds or breaking something, and I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna start it up. Well, actually first I'm gonna move this stuff out of the way, lower the car down. Alright guys, so I just backed the car out of the garage a little bit so it wasn't echoing too much. Here's what it sounds like. This is at cold idle. I just started the car up. It sounds pretty good. That's probably the only good thing about this exhaust, is that it sounds good, but realistically, any exhaust on a turbocharged Subaru sounds good. So once again, this is at a cold idle. Let's see. I'll give it a few braps for you. Yeah, don't yell at me in the comments, revving the engine while it's cold, blah, blah, blah. I know. Do it anyway, just cause sake of the video. So, let's get a couple braps going. So as you can hear, it is very loud and it backfires a shit ton more than the stock exhaust did without the mufflers. So that's pretty much it, guys. Honestly, for $236, I would consider saving up for an actual name brand Catback like Nvidia, Cobb, Perrin, whatever. Only because, you know, this sounds good. I'm sure I'm probably gonna get sick of the backfire sooner or later, but yeah, it sounds decent, but the fitment, like I said before, it's just terrible. This was not easy to install simply because of the fact that the mufflers just wouldn't line up where I needed them to. So, all right guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like the video, and follow us, well, not follow us, yeah, subscribe to our YouTube channel so you could follow the loaded Miata build and whatever else I decide to do to this little beast right here.
The hills are alive with the sound of